Okay guys, so we are back in Dark and Light, and today I thought I'd do a bit of a different video for you guys and show you guys base locations that I've found on Dark and Light so far. So obviously for base locations, you want to find a spot that's got a good vantage, so high up, it's defensible, preferably with one entry point for people to raid it from, and you want it to be close to resources too. So this is a pretty prime base position. I'll go through a few positions for each race or each faction. So if you're the dwarves, this is a pretty good spot. The dwarven town is just over here, and I'll bring up the map for you guys so you can see the coordinates too. And to get up to this base spot, actually first up we will go through the actual coordinates for these positions. It's not like Ark's map, so you can't actually bring up the exact positions, i.e. coordinates, but you can see here, this is where it is on the map. And I'll probably bring up a map in the video for you guys so you can actually see. So you can see there, it's in between, pretty close to the snow biome there, close to the dwarven city, big mountain, and this is a pretty prime base spot. Not only is it defensible, but down the hill, if you build a ramp, you can get a lot of resources. There's iron nodes, there's copper nodes, there's everything you need nearby except for mithril. So this is a really prime base location. So to actually get up to this base location, you actually have to go all the way around the mountain here to get up it. So there's this big path here, and it's really, it's going to be quite an easy path to defend if people are bringing up dinos to your base, land dinos at least, so you could snipe them from here while they come up this this position here. It'd be really fun to defend, I think. And it's close to resources, got a lot of stone, a lot of wood nearby, a lot of grass, and a lot of wyverns and V-Rock teams, and even griffins, but the griffins obviously are pretty brutal to be around. And it's really good for leveling. So down here you've got a little bushy area. Oh, have to kill that V-Rock there for some levels. But it's a pretty good spot to live. So that's position number one. These are in no particular order. So this next base position is pretty close to the Elven starting area. And it's a beautiful flat plateau here, as you guys can see. It's ideal for a base location. There's only one ramp up, and there's plenty of room to build. So there's a huge space on here, as you guys can see there. And all you need to do is reinforce this area here, and it'll be very hard for people to land assault you at this base position. So this is close to the Elven area, as you can see. And let's have a look at the resources around here. There's copper nodes nearby. Plenty of copper. And there's mithril near the tree. So you've got resources close by as well in this base position. So you can see it there, pretty close to the volcano. If you look for the volcano, you can find this base position quite easily. So there's another pretty good base spot here. Again, pretty close to the dwarven areas. Also pretty close, actually pretty close to a lot of things. It's in the sort of middle of the map. Nice sort of pretty flat plateau up here. And plenty of room to build. And it's also got iron nodes really close to it. And again, sort of only one entry point, one real entry point up to it. So this place is pretty abundant with resources. Lots of copper, iron, all the good stuff. And a nice defensible position up here. So this base spot is definitely in my top 10 base positions, and the coordinates for this you guys will see in a second. It wants to work. And so you can see it there, it's pretty much in nearly the center of the map. It's a pity I can't actually give you guys proper coordinates, but you guys will be able to sort of figure it out from watching and looking what's around it. So it's near this waterfall down here, and it's pretty close to the big elf trees. So that's a pretty good base position too. So our next base position is on a very high mountain, nearly one of the highest mountains on the map. And again, I just like these positions because they give you a huge vantage and a defensive position, and you can build up here. I was testing it to see how much of this area you can build in. And it's pretty good. You can build like all around here, and there's no increased structure damage in the game yet. And there's iron nodes here, so if you don't block those off, you've got a consistent source of iron in your area. And it's a pretty damn cool spot. It looks awesome too. I don't know in the future if this will be used for something else, but for now you can build here, and it's a pretty defensible position. And you can see the base position there, sort of near the Snowy Mountain, pretty close to the Snowy Mountains. So pretty good spot to build, close to resources, high up, and you could block this path off pretty well. And there's tons of iron, so tons of resources close by. There's actually there's heaps and heaps of iron up here. It's amazing. And I think down here there'll be more copper. Yep, and then you got copper down the bottom of the hill. So I really like that base position. So this base position is pretty damn cool. You'll find this in this big chasm, and it's a nice, really flat area. And you can actually build from across here to there. This spot's going to be a really good spot to build. If you can ever find like a big pillar like this, it's an ideal spot for a base location, and it's nice and flat too. And what I would do is actually put a bridge from here across to here, and I'd cut the bridge when I got off at night time so that people can't raid you with land dinos, and they can only raid you with flies. And then if you've got enough turrets and things up, you're basically going to be really, really defensible, but still have access to store land dinos. Alright, and this is where this base location is. So these are some more really good base positions on these pillars. These are a different set of pillars to the last ones. These are closer to the Dwarven lands. Still pretty close to the tree, I guess, but the big scar down there. So I think they're just further down from the other ones. But this whole big scar is pretty amazing for bases. Not frame rate though. I like this one here though because it's close to the water too. Pretty close to the snow. It's pretty damn close to the snow there. This base position. So obviously the most OP base spot on the map is probably these floating islands, because you can only get to them via a flyer, of course. And it seems like there's quite a few resources up here, but the one resource, and probably the most valuable resource, is not up here, and that is obviously the monsters to tame. So you could build a base up here, be pretty damn cool, but I just don't think it's extremely practical. Whoa, that's a lot of skeletons. But we'll still put this on the list because it obviously is pretty much the most OP base spot on the map. And if somehow there's a way to get your dinosaurs up here, maybe you could kill them. If you kill your monsters actually, and put them in soul stones, you might be able to get them up here and actually farm and live up here. So this would actually be the most OP base spot, because I think that would be possible. It's pretty damn majestic up here, not to mention. Obviously, I'll give you guys the coordinates to this base spot. The floating islands is pretty damn OP. And you can build on any of these little islands, like, make it very hard for someone to raid your base if you just build on the whole island, because they'd have to drain your turrets with flyers first before they could actually raid it, so would help a lot. Be careful, there's a lot of dangerous monsters up here though. And this is the base spot. You probably can't see because it's so bright, but I'll probably fix it in the video editing for you guys. You guys can see it from down below anyway. It's like the opposite side of the map to the volcano. You can see it from miles away. I'll show you guys where the mainland is from here, and you'll be able to look up in the sky and see it. You can see it from pretty much the whole map. Make sure your fly's got a lot of stamina. And don't fall off. This is the crater where it's actually come out of the earth too. So hopefully you guys found this video helpful. If you did, make sure to smash the like on it, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.